Welcome back.
Sorry.
Nope.
Not one.
There we go. I started the record before I got to start the stream.
Okay, we are back. Azure Knights Gaming presents Tomb of Annihilation, Session 9, Part 3. Our group just barely ended up fending off an attack of the undead at Camp Vengeance. They're also at level 4 now.
Yes!
And throwing creamer at each other, so it seems.
Creamer fight!
It's the important things of camp that keep civilization.
Yes.
You know.
Jordan, can you pass me the player's handbook, please?
I can.
So,
I got the good one.
5 guard members were lost during that battle. The other wounded ones were able to be healed up.
Okay, so how many? So we lost 5.
Yes.
Well, they weren't healed. They were just kept from dying.
Stabilized.
They're stabilized.
Right.
So how many do we have that were wounded that are still?
3.
So we had 3 on top of how many do we still have in the tents?
You had been able to pull everybody back up in the tents, but there was still 3 that were stricken with disease.
So we have 6 down. We've lost 5,
Yes.
and he had approximately 40.
He had about 40. Roughly.
So he's lost 25% of his effective force right at the moment. Okay.
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
Well, so let's do. I'm going to take
Divas-
10 minutes and do detect magic on with him. Let's go. You and I will circle.
Well, how about if we let's have Divas. Divas doesn't want to talk to the guy because he's pretty sure he'll just tell him off.
We can do 2 things.
Yeah, so
You and I
Divas
can
will
work
do
on that
that,
guy.
True.
and you guys go talk to the guy.
Well, but are we doing this directly after the fight, or are we doing it?
I think we're doing the next one.
next morning.
Yeah, I was thinking next morning. Well, that's what I'm asking. I think Divas was going to go do it right after the fight, weren't you? Is that what you
Yeah.
were?
Okay.
So Divas-
So that's fine. So Divas is going to detect magic. He's taking 10 minutes to cast.
Sorry, is this right after the fight or?
This is right after.
Let's let them do right after the fight, and then we gather to discuss
And he's
directly.
going to go around the camp. He's
In that case, you
looking.
should do it too.
Some people in the
Oh,
party
true.
think that there might be like some magic artifact attracting the undead. I think it's just lots of meat. But he's gonna look around. Do you want an investigation check?
I'll take perception and I'll take investigation.
All right,
All
I'm gonna work
Here's
with.
investigation.
I'm helping you. Just for
Think of it this way. Remember, perception basically looks for the unseen. Investigation does a detailed analysis of what you see using what you know. So perception is for what you don't know. Investigation is to understand what you do.
Okay.
If that makes
Okay,
sense.
so-
Once again,
Roughly.
reiterating that he is using detect magic. So if there's any
Same here.
magical auras around, he will see those. But it was a 24. Rolled a natural 20 on the investigation.
I've got a 18 on investigation,
Okay.
Good job, guys.
and then you want the perception still
Yes.
as well.
And you're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
All right,
maybe.
I'll do a perception as well. I
You
thought it
said,
was
are you doing
regular
detect
Oh my
magic
gosh,
as well?
really? Wow! I just rolled 2 natural 20s.
It's those goggles.
Because I only got. I've got
Are you rolling? So let's see. You're doing detect magic as well.
one. Yes.
We both
Okay. All right. Oh, right. It's 23. Oh,
So-
perception.
No, nothing jumps out as magical, and you do not, from your searches of the camp, you do not find any idols, anything. It doesn't seem like it was built on an Indian graveyard or any weird stuff like that.
So
Ground sour.
Dinas goes back to the party. Says, "I didn't find anything. Doesn't mean it's not there. But I think it's just they're attracting large mobs of zombies because there's a lot of meat available for the zombies to eat. And the reason that we can get through and we might succeed where these soldiers are gonna fail is because we're a small group of people, less meat, and we attract less attention. That's what I think.
And we also have a lesser. I mean, we're all
We can
constantly on the
move.
move.
Yeah, we're moving all the
We're-
time.
we're
Exactly.
On the river, it's
Whereas
where
these
this
guys-
is a fixed location, and it's just drawing it like a magnet. More.
They have no infrastructure.
Let's talk to the captain tomorrow. Or do you want to talk to him tonight?
No, let's go ahead and get a good night
Rest.
because we want him to be rational. He's probably not in a rational frame of mind
Fair.
at the moment.
All right. So, night finishes uneventfully.
Oh, good.
The morning sun is
This is a
shining,
horrible night.
and it's a actual warm welcome day.
Okay, so
Shall
I
we?
believe Albron and I shall go and speak with the
Play
captain.
good cop, bad cop. You're the good cop, I'm the bad cop.
I'll be glad to try to do that. Let's do
Good.
that. All right,
Zora
so
can be Kool-Aid Man.
I'm healing people.
Do you want a persuasion check to lead off with?
You tell me what you want to do.
All right, so I'm going to go stuff.
You can
So I'm
do
gonna go-
diplomacy. You can do intimidation. You tell me what you want to try.
I'm going to be diplomatic to begin with, and I'm going to speak to him saying, you have, obviously you have great men here. However, you are rapidly diminishing and leaving you with fewer and fewer capabilities of an evening. You will not. I would suggest that you move back down the river, rearm and restock, and then come back in force and to be able to maintain this fort. Otherwise, the likelihood is that unfortunately you will lose your men's lives and still not be able to maintain this location based upon what we've seen.
Okay, and what did you try? Diplomacy?
Diplomacy.
Okay.
Yep. So persuasion would be my
Yep.
guess. Yeah. 15 plus 7 is 22.
Make a fair case, but the Order of the Gauntlet will not give up ground on this spot. This is a defensible hold. We just need to dig in deeper. We will be sending boats down to resupply and re-equip. But I will hold to my promise. You've helped some of my men. If you're able to help the rest of them, we will send them down stream to get provisions and supplies.
Why is this spot so important? That's worth dying for. When especially the lives of 45, 50 men.
I don't have the boats to carry the 45, 50, to carry all the men back down. So who do you? Shall we send them
we
march through the jungle?
Absolutely. You follow the river. Your men will, yes, probably some men will die on the way back up. But you stay here, all men will surely die. This may be fortified, but, talking to Divas last night, you are essentially a sitting undead magnet. I don't know if magnet's actually a thing back in Forgotten Realms. What?
Yes, they are.
Perfect. I mean, you're just a pile of meat. Your sewage is overflowing. You can't even keep corpses off the ground. Your men are dying to disease because of all the disgusting shit wandering this area and the bugs. You need to, for the sake of your men, you need to get out. Unless there is some sort of task that you have to accomplish here, but you can do it with a much smaller mobile force.
We will continue to hold this encampment, but do you have plans that maybe see to sanitation, improve this encampment? Abandoning the encampment is not an option for us.
Why?
Because we've been sent to hold a foothold in this territory, and so we shall. We do not
Who
run.
sent you?
We do not fear.
No, I don't want you to run. I don't want you to fear. I want you to save your men's lives. Who sent you?
Our main contact for it is back in Port Nazaru. If you would like to return to him, give word of our plight, and if he gives permission for us to withdraw,
Who is
I
he?
would accept it. Captain Tannerbar.
What did our writ say? Did we end up having a writ for the prince?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
I guess
I couldn't find where to find
I
it.
couldn't. I thought we had something. But
He has a small contingent of loyal troops that he maintains in Port Nazaru. It's under his direction that we hold this spot.
Well, if we return to Nazaru,
It took us
we'll talk to him. But it took us 10 days.
just to get here. I don't think they're going to last 10 days.
I doubt they're going to last 10
Yeah.
days.
And where are you headed?
Should we tell him?
Into the
Why not?
jungle.
Well, let's not tell him about the soulmonger.
Yeah, well, he knows. He already brought it up to us.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Sort of.
No,
He brought the leg up to
Yeah.
us.
So,
Rough play,
yeah,
so-
we're going to be going down to Mabala,
Deeper into the jungle.
deeper into the jungle. We're smaller, more mobile force. We can.
We have not the time nor the patience
Are you
to.
here?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay,
I'm in the
that's
tent.
fine.
I'm in the tent. Sorry.
Yells from 2 tents over.
We do not have
We've not the time nor the patience. No one outscreams Thurrock.
Sorry, what did he ask? My apologies.
Where you were headed, you were headed to
Mabala. Deeper into the jungle.
Very well. maybe. And you don't worry about your own safety?
Well, of course we worry about my safety and my companion's safety, but like you, we're on a mission.
And why do you not just abandon your mission and head back to town?
Because we are not sitting in certain death. We are charging to an unknown situation, whereas you are just standing.
I do not believe that we sit in certain death. I think with more reinforcement, we can hold this.
Well,
Captain, do you believe that by the time that reinforcement comes in 10 days,
stab him.
It
can
will
you
I'm in command now.
Can you
It'd
truly?
be 20 days. 10 days to get out.
Yeah,
20, another 10 to get back.
it's going to take you 15 to 20 days. I'm going to say that because he's going to go with the flow
Yeah.
eventually. So 15 to 20 days before you see reinforcements or provisions. Based upon what we saw in your losses this evening, you'll be dead before then.
Well, we hadn't seen an attack like that for quite a while. If that is our fate, that is our fate.
Oh.
But we do have a few boats.
Glad he can make that decision for
We have the 7 boats that we have now.
Should we leave him with the extra boats? I mean, we can walk back to town. It sucks, but
No.
We could all fit in
We're not.
one boat.
It's
Yeah.
not going to save enough.
that's true. We could leave him with 2 extra boats.
And how many
Yeah,
boats
but
does he
that's
have?
like maybe another 10 guys.
So
in
what
the
are
boat.
I
you
don't
gonna-
think he's
what are you
gonna
going to do
leave.
with your boats?
And right now, we need to have the cargo
Right.
capacity if we find stuff.
Yeah.
Because right now, we are obviously not getting
That's actually a really good point. So Mabala is a little farther south. We could actually take the
It's gonna be
boats
about-
down a day before we start trekking towards Mabala.
It's going to be at least another day
So-
or two. And the thing is, we may need to get back to this.
Yeah, all right.
How far away is Mbala?
We think 1, 2, 3, 4 days travel from Camp Vengeance. Either way,
Yeah, we'll probably be walking from here, and that's assuming that we find it on the 4th day, right? So
So we've got enough supplies to make it. Is Mbala like a city where we can provision up?
It's a ruined
It's a
city.
ruined
Oh, it's a ruined city.
This
Okay.
is where we're going for our first.
You guys are actually going to Orlunga,
Or Lunga. And
which
where's
is a
Orlunga?
ruined city further on. Mabala is the closest, is within the distance. You don't know for sure where Orlunga is, other than it is west.
of
Blah,
Mabala.
blah. Right.
So okay,
If we're going to explore for Olunga, we need to have an outpost where we can resupply and where we can rest between expeditions.
Don't disagree, but right
That's
now,
not here.
That's not here.
right?
But
This
we
is,
could make it here.
good.
in what manner would you suggest? Eric?
So before I leave, I'm going to say to the guy, if you have any chance of survival, you will need your soldiers to do better about the latrines. You will need to get these bodies out of there and attracting less bugs, and you will need to do something about your empty
Water
spots. I'm talking about the
Oh, yeah.
where the water's pooling up. You cannot leave your soldiers in this dirty squalor. That's what brings about sickness. That's what brings about disease.
Most of our efforts since we got here was erecting the palisades and the guards and the trench.
Great. Now that's done. Get your shit together and get your shit out of there. Put it all together and get it out of there. Put it in the shit museum.
Can Divas, let's see,
Captain,
is Divas there? I mean, he's not really doing anything.
I think it was just me and Exeter.
Yeah, because you said you weren't going to go.
I guess that's true.
Captain.
If I may.
If I may, if we were capable of finding you a more defensible, better, easier to hold location, would you be willing to relocate?
I would if you found it better defensible, but realize anything else we would have to start from scratch on building the fortification.
Understood. A ball.
Well, we don't know that yet.
That's why I think we say that we go up and we will go ahead because Mabala is basically about a day one
4
way.
days.
4 days from here
4 days from here.
By foot, yes, because
By
it's
by foot. Yeah. Well, we're going to take the river.
No.
up.
I just looked. The river does not go towards Mabala. The river curves away. And at first I thought, oh, well, it'll take us 1 square closer, but it won't. It'll actually take
Well-
us about the same amount of time. It'll actually take us an extra day if we try.
I mean, is there anything else that we can think of, guys? Unless he's going to.
Well, we can try and patch up what they've already got.
Yeah,
So
that's about.
Divas has some ideas, but I don't know. if
Will
it's
you
gonna
hear
help.
us out about the about shoring up your camp and not to worry about your fortifications, your
No.
defenses, but worry about death and disease?
yes, we can turn our efforts towards cleaning up some of the areas. In fact, you have
Mention that a cleric can give them a lot of water before he leaves.
Yeah.
Fresh water, clean water.
Yeah, clean water. So I'm
Are we
going
gonna stay
to.
for
Here's what
another
I say. Here's what I think.
Probably.
If he's willing to listen, we should talk to him about several things. Making sure that they know to boil the water. Making sure they dig trenches in spots where water's pooling to get the water out so it doesn't pool.
So drainage to
Drainage.
the
Drainage
walls.
walls, yeah.
I say we dig another latrine in that corner, but
I
we do
agree.
it properly this time. Deep holes, gravel.
Yep.
Where are you gonna get the gravel?
Probably just we got a river right here. There's
Yeah.
got to be some kind of gravel
River
there.
rocks and stuff.
Could you just drain it so it drains into the
You
boat?
could, but then Ray was
yeah.
pointing out that it would stand over there. I think a deep pit
Actually,
with gravel is probably
Try this. Move the goat pen and put the latrine there because
Okay.
you're going to have a direct shot to the river, and the river's going to take it
Yeah,
that
but we don't want the
direction.
river to do that because then you pull it down river.
I mean,
You do, but I guess
might
what I'm
help
saying is
soldiers.
that you probably know that you're more assured that the drainage will actually go in that direction.
Yeah, that's true. But you can build good drainage out that way too. Just
Yeah.
the
True
extra
enough.
effort.
and just the nature of the jungle is that drainage is, let's see, the ground is going to absorb more water. It's just, you need to keep it from pooling. I think if we dig a deep enough pit and we put in the gravel so that it doesn't get stopped up,
That should go
I
ahead.
think that's going to work.
I'll go with
It'll
that.
be better than what they had. And
True enough.
At the very
I
least,
grant
they'll have
that.
two latrines, not one.
I mean, and the alternative is we either spend valuable time fortifying, helping to fortify this outpost, and it's going to take 20 days. Like,
I mean, as far as
We're
fortifications,
talking-
it's not bad.
The
no, but I
fortifications
mean,
aren't
like
the issue.
fortifying supply lines, and
Oh.
so they can get resupplied, they can get rearmed, they can send injured troops back to.
Well, he's going to send his troops, and maybe they'll book it.
And
Who knows?
cats.
I guess
Okay.
last time he sent
So-
halflings.
So
Maybe
here's
the
the
smartest
question.
thing.
So we have the captain's willingness. We have new latrines, drainage ditches, and cleansing of the existing water supplies, right?
And just teaching them how to clean water
And
properly.
getting the bodies out.
Well, and
And what?
Getting the bodies away from the walls.
Oh yeah.
For the
Yeah.
record, Divas reported that he didn't think the bodies were too close to the walls. He didn't
Right.
think that was contributing to the problem.
so let's those three things. Are we talking? So we're going to stay here until we have at least helped them get started on that, and we start seeing
Maybe another
improvement.
day.
Well, we said 3 days initially, and we're
I
on day
agree.
2. So why don't we spend another 2 days like we were initially planning? Help dig
Yeah.
these things, help point out, help at least direct them, right?
Did we get long rest last
Yes.
night? Okay.
Funeral pyres instead of leaving undead out or leaving bodies out, right?
Well, no, those were
heal
charred
ourselves.
bodies outside the walls. They were burning bodies, I thought, right?
They
No, I
had been
didn't
burned.
take
They're
that.
charred.
I take that.
I'm talking about burning to ash.
To ash,
No,
yeah.
if they don't have the boats,
Because
unless
they're going to need it.
Fires need to be
Doing that.
really hot to
I
burn.
think they are.
Now,
gonna take
when
much
you
straight
when you
down.
kill an undead with radiant damage,
even though it's probably
does it turn to dust or do they just die?
They just die.
Okay.
All right, so can we do maybe like an intelligence check or something to see how good of a latrine system?
Okay, so who's doing
Divas wants to try to
Divas is
design
going
a
to work on
latrine
designing
system.
a latrine
Because I
system.
figured they had to have
Okay.
those in the Underdark.
Okay.
There was no.
So
Um,
Divas is going to work on a latrine system. What
Um,
is Valbron going to do?
So I'm going to do if because healing is limited, right? I blow my load and then I got some water off and do something else.
All over the wounded. I just jerk my healing all over the wounded. Jerk my healing. I'm gonna
Spraying on them as much healing as I can in a day, and then I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go like touch 3 people in 6 seconds, and then
Wow, that's quick. You're a
and then
2-pump
I'm gonna
jump.
work on showing them how to build proper funeral pyres. I mean, that's how we did it in the north. Was we burned the bodies, right? And so I'm gonna show them how to build proper funeral pyres and say, you have to get rid of these. They have to burn to ash. You have plenty of lumber. That's not a problem.
I'm going to use.
Oh, hang on. We're just going
Are
around
these guys really military?
They're not military. They're church military. They're military-ish.
Paladin.
Like, this is
cleric.
basic stuff.
Well, that doesn't mean.
Not
jungle
that
terrain.
Good.
Yeah.
It just means that they've been overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed,
with all
yeah.
Water.
It really boils down to just the difference of jungle terrain versus weather terrain.
Yeah.
That we're used to.
Does something need stabbing?
You've got strength. You could dig the latrine.
Yeah, I'll dig in the latrine.
Does anyone want to look at the goats? They were sickly. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
I cure like wounds ago.
I'm going to use historical understanding to go ahead and help them determine where the correct locations for doing their drainage ditches are, to the slope of the land, things of that nature, to go ahead and help to get rid of the excess water in the encampment.
Hey, Thurk.
I am going to heal the last of the. How many more people had? I think there were 2 more people with
Yes, for diseases.
with diseases. So I'm
Yep.
going to use 2 level 2 spells to cast Lesser Restoration and heal those.
Okay.
And then I'll use my Channel Divinity.
Okay.
I've got 20 points of healing. I'll spread that around.
Okay.
Get people on their feet, and then basically talk to the acolytes, say all they need left is bed rest. They're tired. They won't heal properly unless they're resting. They need at least a full day off their feet, good food, lots of hydration.
Okay.
Well,
So-
good food is kind of the part of the problem,
Beavis.
too.
Well,
Intelligence check, please.
Come on, man.
I'll take wisdom.
Power of the goggles.
All right, it is a 17 good of a latrine.
Just wisdom?
Yes,
17 good
What was
latrine.
it?
18. Rolled an 18 plus 0.
Albert.
Strength check for digging.
Yes. Strength, please.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so 18
Dig the
plus
shit out
my
of that
strength
latrine.
mod. 22.
I can do that.
Okay.
Eat some dirt.
Hey! Knowledge history. Intelligence
Knowledge
check.
Okay, plus 2.
That's enough.
13.
I hit bedrock.
Okay.
All the people down here have really slanty eyes.
Correct. Go ahead and I will
Racist.
take a medicine check.
You found the door.
Medicine check. Okay. Let's see. I'm not good with medicine. Even though I'm trained in it. Okay. 20.
Okay.
How are you not doing medicine? You're trained in it.
I'm not trained in it, actually. But I have a +4.
So at the end of the day, the improvements to the latrines are showing progress. Let's see. The improvement to the latrines, you've been able to provide a better drainage system into it. You think you're really pleased with the results. The funeral pyres are burning hotter. They're resulting in bones to ash. You've been able to funnel in so there's some more airflow and venting through it to create a hotter flame.
This is
so
how
they
you
burn
make
things
fire.
quicker.
Hey, you can use
The-
the ash for fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
The digging.
True.
Ulrich, your strength people have remarked Herculean type strength. Stamina.
Oh,
Dig
give us a
where
flex.
other soldiers will dig and dig and dig, and they're like, oh, I can't do it anymore. You just keep digging and digging and digging.
Basically a halberd. I mean, just 2
A shovel's just a short halberd.
Yeah.
You could say he lives by the code of chivalry.
Yes. Yes. I was really impressed with how you were able to dig deep for that one.
Oh, you know,
And he brings it back. And he
I just toss
Go
it
ahead,
on my
sir.
shoulder.
You guys need to shovel off with all
Ah! I call spade a spade.
You're able to give advice where
Okay.
it's needed, and you're seeing improvements both to their fortification, to the location, to everything.
the drainage, right?
Drainage.
That's
So,
what you were working on. Was
right,
drainage.
Yeah,
he was
Okay.
doing location, fortification, the
Gotcha.
drainage off of it, how the water slopes away. So, if you guys mound dirt here or funnel this area there, and with the acolytes, Thurok, you're able to give encouragement, show them, hey, do this better, this type of thing here, and so both their morale and their ability to treat has been improved.
Hey guys, here's a wild idea. Keep the water clean. Cover it when you're not using it.
This water has dirt in it. Well, and after I got hurt, my mom told me to rub some dirt in it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Why is the water lumpy?
At the end of the day,
My water's sour.
These things swimming in it. Is that a concern?
That's fine.
at
That's
the end of the day, nothing like good, clean, hard work for the day. Are you guys running watch?
Of course.
So yeah, we've got to.
We've
Got
got
it.
Oh, yeah.
No offense to these guys.
Kind of pansy outfit they're running out here.
Yeah.
Okay, night actually passes pretty easy.
Nice.
There is
Really?
no incursions that evening.
Good.
Well, maybe that last big horde was
Are we
most of the
healed,
ones
by
in
the
the
way?
area or something.
Yeah, at this point we're all
Okay.
healed.
All right.
So, morning of the 12th day.
Last day here, right? Should we
Yep.
keep making?
Do we need to take food off for that?
Oh yeah, are we using their provisions?
I'm
or
using
are we
mine.
using ours?
I'm guessing
I don't-
Provisions are available. You may use yours.
Yeah, I think we should use ours. That was the one thing I thought maybe we should do is maybe go out and like try to
Yeah, we should.
Well, I guess we
pick,
had a
pick,
busy
pick,
day.
pick up. Well, maybe that's what we do today if we want to is go
Oh.
hunt dinosaurs.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. In fact, today I'll hunt.
I think
You want to fight a dinosaur?
Yeah.
I'll take a dinosaur.
Don't you?
It's just
A little
wildlife.
bit, but I also love life.
Let's go ahead and let's.
You know, after facing a horde of zombies and 2 giant
That'll be-
4-armed gorillas,
Let's go and let's see if we can and help. Because that's the one thing they're missing is they are having trouble with good food. So let's go as a team and go survival.
I think
Where
we.
we
So I actually think we should instead of doing that, we should continue on with what we're doing, finish up the improvements to the base, and just send one of us who's maybe either Divas or one of you three who are working kind of in tandem on a similar task out to scout. That's my personal opinion.
Well, they probably have got enough of an idea for the drainage at this point in time, so I can certainly do that.
And I'll help with the remainder. Is there any healing left to do today?
No, is there?
Nope, they are actually pretty much up on their feet.
So I'll start out and take traps and trap, and I'm not going to get a dinosaur obviously by myself. That would be pretty impressive. But
So you're out trapping.
trapping,
I guess can I borrow your fishing pole? I'll do
yes,
some
by all
fishing.
means.
I'll do some fishing, I guess.
Okay, there's going to be fishing. Divas.
That was a boy.
The latrine is not complete. Is that accurate?
Correct.
He's going to be supervising and helping with completion of the latrines.
So
Valbron.
are they pretty clear on the funeral pyres?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll be backup muscle for this Hercules guy over here. So
Hercules!
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Okay, that was sad that you and I both went.
Hercules!
Yeah, that's
Kid's like,
All right, Divas, give me an intelligence check.
he didn't even ask you. He knows exactly what you're doing.
Well, that's what you said. You're going to back him up, right? Would you like to do something else?
no, digging poop holes is fine.
All right. So you two have poop hole
Do that every night.
duties.
Yeah, poop hole buddies. Wait.
maybe some of the drainage. Maybe get drainage dishes
There you
today.
go.
Johnny Shit Knuckles, woo!
Survival checks from you two.
Yeah, you want to fist bump? I mean, they're clean technically now because we dug them.
10. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up.
I caught a boot.
I'm gonna bring back something good.
10 pairs of boots.
9. I may have overexerted myself.
15.
Pulled something.
Hercules 2 enters the fray.
Divas, you're seeing a lot of improvements from the system. Your oversight and supervision is really paying off. Maybe you straightened something the other day, but you're still keeping up with the Andorra individuals. But Valbrand is a little
fast as you with one
is a
arm.
little faster in his digging.
I had yesterday
You're
just
able
building
to
foundations.
take down a big buck that you actually and bring back.
Man, this starts really hard. Boom!
She wasn't quite as good today, but you were able to still bring.
Oh, no,
Wow.
cool.
So before the evening continues on, I have brought this back. I do want to go ahead. So consensus to our friends: are we going to head out tomorrow? Okay.
Thanks, Gideon.
Thank you, Gid.
It will be up shortly.
Yeah. I
So,
say we
okay.
leave in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, I will spend the last few hours of the evening playing and
Oh yeah,
It-
go
it
going
encourages-
away show.
going away show to go ahead and build their morale up before we head out.
Away from the mainland, dear sex center of none. Sorry, what
Okay.
you were saying?
So long and thanks for all the death.
Let's see.
So long and thank
If you
you.
want it, it's 22 for.
If we're coming back this way and we discover they're all dead,
Look, we've done everything we can.
Yeah, at this point, it's in this
I'm sorry.
incompetent captain's hands.
No, no, no. It's not the captain. It's Illmater or whichever of the,
Hey!
the Trinity that you want.
You do not badmouth Elmoner.
I'm not bad mouthing. I'm saying it's in his hands.
If you badmouth him, you will have a bad mouth because I will hit it with a mace.
Elnader, does for what others do for themselves. So.
Exactly.
He likes to self-flagellate.
Mm.
That's
I
why
know.
he is called the God of the Hairy Palm.
If I understand your
The
strange
sightless
service
god.
gods, isn't that the one that likes suffering?
Oh yeah. Well, they've certainly.
The blind, the one-eyed man is king.
That's
All
right.
right. So resting for the evening.
Yes, sir.
Today in the land of the skunks.
The man, no.
And evening passes well for you guys.
Amazing.
On the morning, I guess you're going to continue on to the
Yeah.
bottom.
Maybe that
Oh,
night
wait.
wasn't a
We
lot
did need to take one more ration for that.
Oh, yes, we did. Yep.
All right.
Fine. Did we get any yesterday? I didn't hear the results of your guys' hunt.
I got a big buck that I think we want to
Yeah. I
leave
donated-
that with them.
I donated my fish to the cause.
Okay, so morning we'll take care of moving on. We are going to need to take a 15-20 minute break to go eat.
Okay.
Otherwise,
All
people
right.
will be like, "You're not coming up to
Part 4!
You want to eat while talking?
We will be back in just a few minutes.
Thanks for the grease from the hands of
Yeah.
pizza.
All over the
It,
place.
it weights the dice.
All right.
We shall return.
Yeah.
You gotta be